Yes, sir.
This one,
Very see practical aspects in forensic medicine. Actually, is study of photographs of medico-legal evidence. Okay. In the examination point of view, you might be asked and spot or a photo displayed over there, and you might be asked to explain that photograph. Okay. Photographs. Okay. Now, firstly, as you can see this thing. Okay. Everybody can see this. So, if this photograph is kept in the practical and you might be asked to explain the photograph, or there are such as what is hanging, what is typical hanging, what is atypical hanging, what is partial hanging, anything might be asked, or what are the angles of hanging. Okay. Directing obliquely upwards, which is around the neck. The ligature, which is directing obliquely upwards along the mandible, reaches the mastoid. Now, the definition might be asked you: what is hanging, what is partial hanging, or what is typical hanging, or what is atypical hanging. Okay. Or they might ask you: what is la facie? Surest sign of antemortem hanging. Okay. In la facial sympathetic, you can see one eye closed and open, and another eye open. This is la facial sympathetic. You can see the dribbling of saliva. If the knot is present on this side, of saliva from the opposite side of the knot. Okay, you can see the from now. If the the knot is situated this side, you will find dribbling of saliva from this side. Okay. Now, as you already know, hanging means suspension. Partial hanging. Okay. Suspension of the body with the help of force. This is called as complete hanging. Suspension of the body with the help of ligature around the neck. Weight of the body acts as a constricting force, and feet are not touching the ground. The body acts as a constricting force, and the weight and the legs do not touch. Suspension of the body with the help of ligature around the neck. Okay, and now here in this case, in partial hanging, the feet are touching the ground. Ligature is always situated at the nape of the neck. Okay, in typical hanging, the on the nape of the neck, and in atypical hanging, the ligature mark might be shifted to either side. Okay, the ligature. Okay, in case of hanging, you can see this. Anything might be kept in the examination. Okay. Now here As you already know, what is postmortem lividity? Postmortem lividity accumulation of the body. It is accumulation of blood in hollow and tumulus capillaries of the body. Plus a darkening of death. Okay. It appears in motile patches. Okay, you can see if you press motile patches, if you press, and then it will go and it will motile patches 4 hours after death. In 6 hours, the postmortem lividity is fixed. Okay, lividity is fixed, which is seen on the dependent part of the body. Okay, in certain you can see a cherry red color in carbon dioxide poisoning, carbon monoxide poisoning, and you can see black color postmortem black colored postmortem lividity in opium poisoning. So accumulation of blood and is called as postmortem lividity. It is also called as darkening of death. Now you can see this picture. Okay, this picture. Okay, it is a case of burns. Now, question. Okay, how will you differentiate between antemortem burns and distinguish between antemortem burns and postmortem burns. Antemortem burns, you can see line of demarcation. In antemortem burns, line of demarcation, while in postmortem burns, you cannot see the burn. There will be vesicle formation. In antemortem burns, there will be it might be vesicles might have fluid. It might be antemortem burn, whereas in postmortem burn you cannot see it. Okay, vesicles formation, you can burns, you can see just an A. Okay. In antemortem burn, whereas in postmortem burn, you cannot see infection. Okay. You cannot see signs of any postmortem burns. Carboxyhemoglobin burns, and in postmortem burns, you cannot see it. Okay. Enzymes level is increased in antemortem burn, whereas in postmortem burns it is demonstrated singeing of hairs. Okay, this is demonstration of hairs, or there is singeing of to photograph of 100% burn. Okay, in burns you can see there is loss of axillary hairs and pubic hairs. Okay, so how will you describe reddening with it can be described as antemortem. As dermo-epidermal burns. Okay, charring, soothing, and singeing of hair. in the trachea. Okay, if the soot particle are present in the trachea, in case of burns, okay, the flame go upwards and there might be an inhalation injury. Okay, you can see the soot particle going into that is seen embedded in the trachea. Okay, this soot particle can be seen embedded. Burns. Okay, you can say it is antemortem burns. Okay, so in examination, asked importance of soot particles present in the trachea or singeing of ears, or how will you calculate burn. In this case, you can see 100% burns. Okay, how is the percentage of burns divided? Head, neck and face is 9%. Okay, upper limbs, both upper limbs, trunk anterior side and posterior side. Trunk anterior side is 18% and limbs 18% from the anterior side as well as posterior side. You have to calculate 18. How will you calculate the percentage of burns? Both upper limbs 99%, trunk 18%, posterior trunk 18%, for 18% and 1% for the genitals. Okay. Calculate the percentage of burns and all these things. Okay. Now, here you can see charred body, and you might be asked the percentage of. You can see decapitation. Here you can see decapitation of head due to. Okay, this is decapitation of head due to railway injury. This are suicidal cuts. Okay, these are tentative cuts or suicidal cuts which are seen on the exposed part of the body. These are inflicted, and these are called as tentative cut or hesitational cuts. These are okay. Now, in case froth, this is froth in trachea. Okay, this is a froth in trachea. Cases of drowning also. In drowning, in examination, what are the froth? Okay, what are the froth which is present? Okay. Nostrils, okay, there is foamy froth present. The froth which is coming out from the nostrils is foamy froth. Okay, so there might be how will you describe the lungs in case of drowning? Okay, you can say both lungs are edematous, voluminous and bulky. Okay, both lungs are edematous. The lungs are voluminous and the lungs are always covering the anterior media of the rib on the surface of the lungs with indentation of the rib on the tinge froth. You'll see blood tinge froth. Okay, how are the lungs? The lungs posterior sternum with indentation of the rib on the anterior surface. Okay, and on. Okay. Now here you can see this is the photo stuck in the trachea, a chiku seed stuck in the trachea. The chiku seeds stuck in the trachea. This is the case of choking. This is the case of choking. You see, museum. There is an this is chiku seed stuck in trachea, and they might ask you to identify of death in this case. Okay, so you have to identify this. So your cause of death will be, death might be due to choking. Okay, death might be due to choking. In this photograph, you can see vascular marbling. In this vascular marbling, okay, this vascular marbling is seen in case of drowning. Okay, you can see the framework of the vessels in this thing. Marbling starts from the what happens in case of vascular marbling. This occurs when the blood and you can see this framework that is this is an internal aspect of the stomach in case of poisoning. Okay, you can see this in this. Question may be asked, how is the mucosa in case of poisoning? So you have and hemorrhagic at the places. Mucosa is and some hemorrhagic. Okay. Now this photograph is of imprint abrasion. This photograph is of imprint abrasion. There is a body comes in impact with the ground. Object are fallen on the ground, and in which the body stuck on the surface, you abrasion on the body. Okay, so what are abrasion? Question might be asked. Identify what type of abrasion it is. You should. Okay, question might be asked. Define abrasions. Abrasions are the superficial injuries which I gave you small mnemonics for the word pigs. P-I-G-S, pigs. P-I. So you should know the abrasions are the superficial injuries which heal So there is a small mnemonic PICS. PICS. P for patent abrasion. I for scratch abrasion. So how will you remember? PICS. P-I-G. Imprint abrasion, grazed abrasion, and scratch abrasion. Okay. Now, what are the contusions and what are the color changes? Okay. Color changes, as you know, you have a subject that is OBGY. So what you have to do, you have to do RBGY. Okay, RBGY. So for green, Y for yellow, and faint yellow. Okay, the question might be asked, why? What are contusions? Okay, so there are certain enzymes. Okay, hemocysteine and all that. Color changes. So RBGY, you are having a subject in your final year. B for brown, G for green, Y for yellow. This photograph is of imprint abrasion. I additionally told you about contusions also. Okay. The photograph has been taken of scrotal hematoma, and it is injury in case of it is in scrotal. It is scrotal hematoma. Okay. Now this is the photograph of scar. Okay, you can see might be in sword. Okay, it might be cutting the out and the you can see sword is classified into sharp cut. In sharp cutting heavy weapon, you can find these are the margins are. Case if somebody use an hard and blunt object, okay, in regular, okay, the margins, split margins, the in case of sharp person uses hard and blunt object, the margins will be irregular. The margins will be irregular. Cuts. This is tentative cuts over the wrist inner aspect. Okay. Now is see. You can see there is yellow discoloration of might be due to pregnancy induced. Okay. In this case, you can see multiple stab injuries. Okay. Now, stab injury. Okay. What is a stab injury? Okay. Okay. In incised wound, when the sharp cutting weapon is driven across the skin. When the sharp cutting weapon is driven across the skin. Oh, okay. in sharp cutting weapon, when the sharp cutting weapon crushed and stab injury. You might be asked what is the definition of stab injury, and okay, you can classify stab injuries as punctured, perforating, penetrating injuries. Okay, what is inside stone? When the sharp weapon is skin, and in what do you say, stab injury. In stab injuries, the weapon is skin, penetrating and punctured wound. Perforating wound, penetrating, puncture. Punctured wound, you can find multiple punctures on the skin. You can find multiple punctures on the skin. For example, you can find multiple punctures over the skin. Okay. In perforating and penetrating. Perforating means, for example, in the abdomen, it only enters into the body cavity. Means only entering the body cavity, and perforating means through and through injury. Exit part, you can see out. Okay, now how will you classify? I said you injuries. Perforation, you can see through and through injury. In penetration, you can see only injuries. Okay, this is spectacular hematoma. This is spectacular hematoma. Black eye. Okay, you can see this is seen in case of head injury. Okay, the accumulation in the is there, reacts with the sunlight, and the color changes. You can see over there. This is called as the spectacular. See in case of head injury. Okay, you might be asked a question in the examination: how many on the wall and how many types of fracture you can see in the base. Okay, as you already have learned, the fractures which are seen on the radiating fracture, okay, compound fracture, depressed fracture, or the fractures you can see over the wall. Okay, and on the base there is fracture posterior canal fossa. Okay, now this is hand firearm. Okay, the question might be asked you, what are the firearms? Firearms, you know, and how will you classify the firearms? Okay, whether this is rifle bore, okay, or whether it is smooth bore, or whether it is. We asked you what is dirty collar, what is abraded collar. Okay, what is dirty collar or collar. Okay, here you can see the tongue is clenched between the teeth. Okay, the teeth, you can see this thing in case of seizure disorders also. You can see this thing also. The tongue is seen clenched between the teeth, or you can see the tongue which is seen clenched between the teeth. Okay. Now this is type of hemorrhage are seen in aspaxial ducts. Hemorrhages are seen in aspaxial ducts. Okay. Now, this is a photograph demonstrating examination of the pseudomy. It is done pseudomy. Okay, and now it is called as the catamite. He is called as the catamite. Okay, now this is done in the reverse lithotomic position. This examination is done in the reverse lithotomic position. Done in a funnel shape. Anus is funnel shape. Okay, in reverse lithotomic, you can, if you see the anus, it is funnel shape, and they easily bleed. Okay, the margins are found if is an thick, okay, and easily bleed on touch. But if you take this person in the reverse lithotomic position, you can like a funnel shape. Okay. Now, cyanosis. Okay. Now, cyanosis means bluish discoloration of nails. It is seen in aspaxial ducts. It is seen in in the examination. There might be a question: what is tattooing? What is tattooing? This is the impression made on the skin by the body by multiple breaking with the okay. If the tattooing is removed, still you can know that identity. Okay, the person who has died is the same person. Okay, what happens? This dye nodes. Okay, this comes and accumulate into the nodes, and this tattoo is also removed. You can see the lymph nodes, they are dyed, and you can definitely today's practical. Hope you understood it. Okay, you can have, and when you come back for classes and all that, we are having all the photographs in any kind of doubt. We will explain that photograph, or will take practical once more. Okay, thank you very much.